we turn our attention back to the weather, and although it's beautiful here in Western Washington for a lot of us, the brush fires, the wildfires are a huge part of our news, and I know you guys are watching that as well.
Yeah, just keeping an eye on things as far as where that smoke is going. Of course, the air quality, because of that smoke, is going to be decreasing in some parts of the state. Most of us are still pretty fine when it comes to that, but the rain, still not a big part of the forecast yet, but we'll see some chances at least as we go later on into the week. And also, that's going to coincide with a cool down. So we'll go from more of the 80s today and tomorrow, and eventually find our way back down to maybe even 69 by early Friday, or heading into Friday afternoon for that high. Now, highs are going to drop back down more into the mid-70s throughout Wednesday and Thursday, and then stay there for us heading into Saturday. You can see the average high at 77. So most of these days upcoming for us here as we go throughout the week are going to be below normal. So a bit of a change when it comes to that. Now, the wildfires, you can see all the flames that you see indicated here showing up on the map. That's where we have wildfires that are taking place right now. That goes all the way down into the U.S. So that also includes some smoke to go along with that. And as I go ahead and put this into motion, you can see where that smoke is really beginning to travel more from a northwest to southeast sort of direction. That's the type of flow that we have in place for the time being. But where we have more of those oranges and yellows and reds showing up, that's where the smoke is a little more dense. It's going to be more of an issue, and that's happening farther south and east across the part of the state here for us. Farther to the west, not terribly bad, but you can see most of the action as far as smoke is still on the eastern side of the Cascades. So for that air quality as we head into the day tomorrow, it's going to be trying to improve. I think the worst of it, though, is still going to be across the southeastern part of the state. So keep that in mind closer to Pullman, where we might have a bit more of that dense smoke. Farther to the west, we look to be okay. And again, shouldn't be too terrible. You might notice some haze still up into the air, into the atmosphere, some smoke well high into the air for us. But that's going to be just about it. But then we'll go later into the week, and as we get closer to the Thursday, Friday time frame, check out how you start to notice some of these deeper greens starting to work their way in to us. That's some deeper moisture in the upper parts of the atmosphere coming down with the system out of the Gulf of Alaska, and that finds its way here across parts of western Washington as we go into that Friday and Saturday time frame. And it's still not going to be a lot, but it does at least give us a chance of possibly starting to squeeze out a few raindrops with that, and it gets out of here on Saturday as we go on into more of your Tuesday or into your Sunday and Monday. Sky's looking pretty nice though for us, and lots of sunshine. Still going to be a pretty nice day for us. Temperatures sitting in the lower 70s, west winds 7 miles per hour. Another beautiful and comfortable afternoon ahead for us. 69 in Everett, 65 right now in Tacoma, 67 in Shelton, 65 at Port Angeles, and then you can see more 70s as you get closer to Gold Bar. Eastern part of the state, east of the Cascades, Grand Coulee already up near the century mark. McCleary right now sitting at 63. So we are not seeing a whole lot of action. High pressure still dominating the region. Plenty of sunshine ahead for us. So over the next couple of days, today and tomorrow, we're talking about highs generally around the 80s with a bit more of the cooler weather farther to the north. We'll see the sunshine. We'll top off at about 82 in Bellevue, 82 in Redmond, Issaquah up to 82 degrees, and 83 in Puyallup with Enumclaw topping off at 81. And for tomorrow, lots of sunshine ahead. Very little as far as a marine layer early tomorrow morning, so not much cloud coverage there. And then we do see the cool down with the possible areas of drizzle and light rain Friday and Saturday. Steve?
All right. Thank you very much, Adam.